Hey guys, it's your average middle-aged American back again with another reaction video. This one is, what do Irish people think about America Part 2? We already did a reaction to Part 1. It's in the playlist. All right, enough jibber jabber, let's get on with it.
So, welcome to part 2. I came all the way here to Galway, Ireland to see if we can get some different thoughts and opinions. So let's go into the city, which I'm already in, and let's go ask some more Irish people what they think about America.
I can't believe you say you love me, then go and leave me. Kick it ugly, trust and believe me. To myself, let's start to see me.
I think they're very genuine, and I think it's kind of like they don't really take themselves too seriously. Like anyone,
Have you ever been to the U.S.?
No.
Yeah, I have. I was in Dallas in Texas.
I was in Boston, I was in Atlanta and Georgia and Florida as well, yeah.
Boston, okay.
Yeah.
Any Irish Americans?
Everyone's fucking Irish in Boston. There's more Irish in Boston than there is in Galway, like.
No, I haven't yet. No.
No.
No, never been. No. I was in Palm Beach in Florida.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about America?
Probably like pop culture and like California and all that. Burgers, McDonald's, music, blues and stuff like that. Like, all good stuff, yeah.
I thought it was really different than Ireland anyway. It was a lot bigger. Like everything was bigger. Even the city was so much bigger than Dublin. But I really liked it anyway.
I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how big America really is. We're the third or fourth largest, geographically, the third or fourth largest in the world in population. When you think about who's bigger, there's not many. It's India and China and I think Russia, or at least those are the top four in some order. You know, New York City is a tiny city geographically, size-wise, but it actually has millions of more people in it than the entire country of Ireland in one city, in one of the smallest states. It's quite a bit different. We have 340 million people last count. I think Ireland has 5 or 6 million. It's quite a difference. And with that difference, you're going to get tons of different personalities and cultures and religions and, races and creeds and sexual orientation and political views. And I mean, it's completely a melting pot across the entire country. And then with the 50 individual states and the territories, I think there's maybe 5 territories. They're like individual countries. They're run like individual countries. Federal government is just to protect the entire country, but all the power is given to the individual local area. So when, people do travel, especially from overseas, and they end up in Mississippi, that's going to be completely different than if they end up in Los Angeles. Or if they end up in New York City, if they end up in Montana. It's literally every little state and even parts of the state can be completely different than the neighboring areas, all based on how the people, the population, the occupations, the political views, all of that is all different. So there's a place for everybody in America. And it's a shame that a few big cities with some big problems end up being kind of the face of the country for the rest of the world when there's 300 million other people living a different lifestyle.
Those opportunities and vast and multicultural, I suppose. Yeah, would be the things that I would think of when I think of America.
Yeah, definitely music, surf.
I don't really know, because I haven't been there, I haven't experienced it myself, but just from friends and what everyone's saying, I feel like overall everyone's quite friendly and stuff, kind of like Irish people.
She's wearing a Michigan sweatshirt. I mean, that's kind of funny. She's never been to America. She's wearing a Michigan sweatshirt.
I would say they seem really friendly towards Irish people from anyone that I've heard of,
A mental place. Just very high paced.
Can be.
Very fast and no time to kind of chill out.
Yeah, because that's what we really see. We don't see the outer skirts or the small towns. We just see the cities and how fast paced they are. And then that's coming from us that are so laid back. We'd be like, Jesus, I don't think I could handle that. Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
I can't handle that. I was born here and lived here my whole life. I wouldn't live in New York City or Detroit or Chicago or Los Angeles for free. For free. So that's not America. That's part of America. And a lot of people love it. But you got your choice. You You can live anywhere you want. You can do anything you want. Land of opportunity, and, to each their own. And that's America.
See it though.
Love to see it.
Like to go and see it, alright, but we know well it kind of looks mental in a nice way, in a good way, kind of thing. I don't know.
So,
Just a completely different world to what we're used to here, It's just the kind of, you base your opinion from what you see on TV or movies until you actually go there and experience it, Don't know what to expect, really. I didn't know what to expect when I went over, but it's just the best trip I ever did,
I think it's really cool. I think it's like being in a movie when you go there, because everything about the US seems like, when we watch like High School Musical and stuff, it seems like not real life, but then you go over and it's like, that is actually what you do, And there's no, you just sing in school. It's like crazy, and like all the supermarkets, it's such like a out of body experience, because you go in and there's like all this stuff that is just not here at all. And then the way there's no roundabouts. Whack. There's no roundabouts. You just like park at a junction. It's wild, yeah.
What are your general thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty vast. Looks pretty big. I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to go because I have no idea what to expect really. But it just seems like a mad place. Like so many characters, so many people.
When you went to Texas, was there anything that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, like Aoife was saying, it's kind of like a movie because people actually wear like cowboy hats.
Right, yeah.
It's just so different. Cowboy boots, like belts with big buckles.
Yeah.
I don't know. And there were people actually riding horses, not in Dallas obviously, but kind of, like out in the country. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of mates from the States, so I don't know, I probably don't have a great idea of what it's actually like, but I'd love to go see.
I'd say it's a fine country, bits you see on documentaries and all that crack. The outside of it now looks savage, actually the country itself,
I don't know, I feel kind of blessed in a way to be Irish and have gone to America, because you're so well respected over there, As soon as you walk in the door and they hear your accent, they're like, everybody wants to talk to the Irishman, everybody wants to have it, and they're very welcoming towards us, and we're lucky for that.
Just like how unbelievably hot it was, it was just really hot. And as well, the squirrels are so aggressive. Yeah, they kind of just walk right up to you and, or crawl, I don't know.
I think, I suppose we go by what we see in the news. I would get a feeling of just, it's a bit crazy, and I suppose all we see is the bad stuff, really. I just suppose you don't see what, in local communities and what they're doing for each other. We just see all the bad, the craziness, really.
What do you think about Americans themselves, so the people?
They're a lot of them are larger than life. I used to do caddying in golf clubs, and I meet all these, rich American guys coming over, and they're just different to us. They're just so animated. There's just the way people speak, the sense of humor, everything is it's very funny. It's just completely different to the Irish kind of side, but it's great talking to them, because it's I don't know, a lot of the time you're like, is this guy in a movie or something?
I think they're really friendly, really friendly, especially if you go into a shop. The customer service is they just approach you straight away, and everyone's friendly in Ireland, but it's nearly amplified maybe.
Very inquisitive. Any ones I've come across now, they'd be asking you you seem to have a thing saying where the Americans want to know where you are, what you're doing, and how you're getting on. But once you get past that little barrier, you're grand.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas over here we kind of go with the crack straight away. We just say how are you getting on, and then it carries on. But you kind of seem to not leaving you all, but you seem like you want to know everything first and then have the crack.
Right.
But it's a good thing,
From the Americans I met, in class,
Okay.
great people. But who knows, every country has all sorts.
I mean, I have some family from America, so just from meeting them and people they're close to, they just seem really genuine, and they're always just checking in on people, and I feel like what you're saying, they're really attentive people. I feel like you could compare it to Irish people.
Yeah.
Just the way they treat other people is quite well, so that's always nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great, man, and they're great to have around. It's great to have different people's influences.
The people I've met have been lovely, The perception we've got is that they're not as laid back as what we would be.
Okay.
It's more not fast-paced, but they're more goal-getters and doing well in life or whatever, where we're just...
Maybe a bit too serious.
Maybe a bit too serious, whereas we're just happy with our... you have to make best of what you've got.
I think that they're very genuine, and I think it's kind of like they don't really take themselves too seriously. Anytime I've been, talking, my cousins as well are from America, and they just are very, bubbly and kind of, they wouldn't be trying to be polite to be nice. They're just nice for the sake of being nice, which is lovely. And I kind of like how just like chatty and friendly they are to like random people they meet. Like I know everyone says it's an Irish thing to be like, hi, like, you know, how are you getting on? But I think it's like really like, it's like a personality trait in America. Everybody just, you know, does without thinking.
What is something you like about America?
You know, the street foods, you know, like in New Orleans, you see on, you know, the big massive helpings of big ribs and barbecue stuff. But even all that kind of street vibe food stuff and all that kind of, that looks class.
I love the movies, love the food. Well, I don't know, food, yeah, whatever. It's everywhere. I love all the things going on in America. Like even like see like skating in like New York City and all these things, like these Supreme videos and stuff coming out, like really creative stuff coming out. And like so much music, so many people out there. I love all the creativity. Like you see Quentin Tarantino and all these guys making crazy movies about the States.
We've more winter than we have summer here, so more rain. Yeah, the weather and people as well. Like
That's a nice experience.
it's a nice experience.
Instead
Somebody
of Americans
else's.
coming over to us, the ones we've met, we like to go and meet them in their home place, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
See what it's like then. Then our kind of perception of them might change a bit as well. Like, no, not for good or bad, but just we'll see it on their,
See what it's like.
you know.
Yeah.
Their portion sizes are so much bigger. I just think it's so fun. Like, so I'd probably do that. I would also do the whole like, you know, that you can like carry a gun like just as protection. I just think that's not like obviously.
Okay, controversial.
That should be controversial, like trigger warning, but like, oh, pardon the pun, but like no trigger warning, but
Another trigger warning.
trigger warning, but like no, like that would be kind of, you know, nice as protection, and also the way that like you can drive at 16.
Like seeing pictures and
There's 4 or 5 or 600 million guns in America. She says the word gun and everybody's freaking out. It's so funny. I mean, it's so funny. Millions of people carry a gun every day. We don't need to get into a gun debate. America has the most lenient gun laws in the world. It's so funny that just her mentioning the word gun became like a little controversial thing. It's so funny.
videos of the landscapes. Like America's fucking huge. It's so vast. There's such a greater diversity of landscape and nature than we have here. And as much as I love Ireland's nature, like I'd love to have a desert. I'd love to be able to walk through the desert for ages, fucking burning my feet on the sand. Like, yeah, exactly. Or then you drive another 6 days to get to fucking rainforest, fucking natural park, whatever. Like it's I think that's it. Just so much diversity, but like in every aspect of the country, I suppose. People, music, everything.
Right.
It's just so big.
I feel like there's so much more to do in America than Ireland. Like just from looking inwards, like even if you think of like all the big cities, there's just so much more to do. And like I guess like the social side of things looks so fun, and like definitely like the fashion over there seems so much more progressive than in Ireland, I would say. So that would be really interesting to have here.
State by state, the difference between the people and the way they speak and everything. It was like traveling around Europe and going from France to Spain. You know, it's like state by state, the difference. And also just Chick-fil-A, it's so good. Like the Chick-fil-A is so good. Those fucking waffle chips, man, fried in peanut oil or whatever, man. That shit is unbelievable. Like
Definitely takeaways. They have so many. We just like Chick-fil-A.
That's the second time somebody said Chick-fil-A.
Really?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, and I've never had it, but it just looks so nice. Because do you remember people were talking about a chicken sandwich from there for ages?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
on
on
Instagram
TikTok,
and stuff,
yeah.
but obviously we just can't get it here.
Right.
So maybe takeaways, yeah.
Something you do not like about America.
Probably it's just so far away. Like, if you get a plane there, it's just like, come on. It's ridiculously far away.
Scooch over, like.
I guess probably like how expensive it is to go to college over there. Like it seems really unfair. Like here we're really lucky, and then probably like their healthcare system isn't great either. Like just because it's so expensive for people to access it, I guess. So I mean, like here we're quite lucky for.
You can check out some of my other videos about healthcare in America. The fact of the matter is, nothing's for free in the world. I mean, whether it's healthcare or anything else, nothing's free. Somebody's paying for it. And to simplify this as much as possible, in America, the middle class and upper middle class pay less in taxes than just about any other country who has less expensive medical care. So you're paying less in taxes, and then you have to buy medical insurance if you want to be safe on, just like you buy car insurance or homeowner's insurance, same idea. I did an example in another video, and it was, okay, the Netherlands. If you make $100,000 in the Netherlands, you pay 50% income tax. So that's 50 grand. If you make 100 grand in America, you pay 24% income tax, which is really about 20% income tax. That's 20 grand. So you paid $50,000 in income tax in one country and $20,000 in income tax in another country. And that the country with the $20,000 has more expensive health care. So you buy your health insurance for $5,000 or $10,000 a year, and you're still coming out ahead. 40% of Americans don't pay income tax at all. Portion of those 40% get free medical insurance. So they have access to free medical care or very inexpensive medical care. The medical care nightmares in America generally revolve around not buying medical insurance. And that's a personal choice you have. You don't have that choice in a lot of other countries because you're paying for it with your income tax. If you don't buy medical insurance in America, you don't go to prison. You don't pay your taxes in the Netherlands or Finland or Norway, you're going to go to prison. So the difference is paying more in taxes or less in taxes. I prefer to be able to control my own money. I don't like giving my money to the government and then letting them spend it however they want. They don't have a good history of spending money intelligently.
For that, so yeah, no tea, no shade towards like Americans, but I feel like they don't know a lot about countries outside of America. Like we had to do like the whole like, American War of Independence. Like I know everything about that. We know all the 50 states, know all the what's going on with Indiana. We know the stuff, but like, and then they know like I've heard people think that like Ireland is like a part of England and
What's going on with Indiana?
all this thing, and like they don't know that like Irish is a language, and I just think it's really unusual. Like I just think, and I don't like the whole plastic patties thing. I don't like that either. The plastic patties, when you go over and everyone's like, oh, like my grandmother was great grandmother's Irish, so I'm Irish as well, and you're like, yeah, not really. I hate the way that the holidays are commercialized. So the fact that, okay, I don't hate it, I strongly dislike. So Halloween, the fact that that's like an Irish, like that originated like the whole pagan thing like in Ireland. And
festival.
Yeah,
and then it became American.
And when it became so commercialized in America, and even the way like St. Patrick's Day in America, like I don't like the whole thing with like the leprechauns. Like I don't like that at all. I don't like the way it's so commercialized and it's like turned like a drinking thing. Like I know we drink here, obviously, like you have to set all that kind of vibe, but like I don't like the way it's trying to be like Americanized, that whole thing. I don't like that at all.
I think, I suppose what I don't like about it, but it's the same here, is that the rich get richer and the poor just get poorer, and I think that's so wrong. And that we see this glamorized perception of America and what it's like, but it's not like that in reality, and there's a lot of people struggling.
It's just the way the world is.
America is the land of opportunity. There are poor people in America. There are poor people in every country, even Finland, which is a socialist democratic country. 0.2% of the population in America is homeless. 0.1% of the population of Finland is homeless. So not much difference. What you see is some of the worst of America, and it's broadcast to be a disproportionate ratio of what the average American is really living like. The median household income in America is $75,000 a year. There are people living in poverty, but those people have every single right that the richest people in America have. They could move to an area that has a better opportunity. They could go to school. They could take up a trade. There's all kinds of things that you can do. It's completely up to the person. Do we need to take care of people that have mental illness better? Yes. Do we need to take care of people who are physically disabled? Yes. No question. The opportunity is there. There's no glass ceiling in America. Plenty of people were born poor and died rich. More than any other country in the world. I mean, there are at least 20 million millionaires in America. They weren't born rich. So the opportunity's there. What people do with it is up to them. Not including physical or mental disabilities.
is like it's very looks to be very globalized and all that crack, and America at the forefront of that as well, like on both sides, like you know that's yeah. So as I say, war makes money done it, like, and it seems that's the way America make their money too as well, like you know.
The news, Bloomberg.
We don't make a lot of money sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine. We don't make a lot of money, sending humanitarian supplies all over the world. America donates more money and spends more money in other countries than any other country in the world, in the history of the world. We send billions and billions of dollars worth of aid to countries that hate us, because it's the right thing to do. So if we wanted to take over the world, we would have already done so. We're the only superpower in the world. We have the largest military in the world. We have the most advanced military in the world. We're the richest country in the world. If we wanted to take over the world, we would have already done it. It's not what we want. We want what's right for people that don't have the ability to defend themselves properly. That's why we're always at war. When we were dealing with the Middle East, we didn't take over a country. We're not Russia. We don't invade a country and stay. We invade a country and then we give you billions of dollars to fix it, and then we leave. Not a lot of profit in that.
Fox and all this shite, man, just shut up. Like, it's too much energy in that news. We have very bland news here. You get the facts across, like, hell, today there was this happened and that's it, and there you go.
I think a lot of the media that seems to be coming out of the States is fucking waffly, and
I don't like the way they stereotype our country. We do it to their country, and it's the same. I'm not taking any blame away from myself, I stereotype your country as well. But they come here and think we're all leprechauns, and we all run around with pots of gold drinking Guinness, and there's rainbows and daisies. It's not fucking like that. This is Galway, this is Ireland,
Can you give them your best American accent?
Crawl up a hog's ass and eat a ham sandwich.
Neo, sooner or later, you're gonna realize just as I know that's not.
Will you say hi? How do you?
Hi, my name is.
Hi, my name is
Good.
Lauren. Hi, my name is Lauren. Would you like some potatoes?
Yes.
Oh, hey, welcome to New York. Hey, welcome to New York.
Hey, I'm from America. I just love fake stuff. Oh my God.
Fucking lobster for dinner. How do you like these apples? I fucking eating all night long. Alright, fucking it up. Boston.
So,
I'm from fucking Boston, man.
you
I'm
like
Irish.
apples?
I'm Irish.
Oh, you like
Hey guys,
these apples?
welcome back to my
Them
YouTube
apples.
channel. So basically, I'm out here in Galway. I have all my buddies here around me. I have my buddy Summer. I have my buddy Lauren. Yeah, like basically just like chilling, having a really good time here in Galway. Thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe, like my video, and God bless America, overall.
All right, nicely done, guys. Now, to the people in this video that are watching this, I appreciate you guys sharing some of your thoughts and opinions with us. We appreciate it. It's always fun to see and hear what you guys think. So thanks for doing it. But in the meantime,
Another great video. Still haven't heard anybody talking about Americans being fat. I guess that's an English thing. As you can tell, I'm not exactly thin. America generally gets the fat, loud, obnoxious, rich, self-centered. It's what I generally hear from you about from Europeans about Americans. Some of them, not all of them, obviously. And it's like anything. Things are going to vary. Experiences vary. If you notice the gentlemen that knew Americans or had been to America, the ladies that had been to America, they weren't too negative. If you haven't been, come on over. We're open for business. But don't just hang out in the big cities. Go see some real people too. They're out there. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. Get a chance, check out some of my other videos. Got a whole bunch of stuff about international travel coming. Anything and everything that interests me as an average middle-aged American. Kind of giving you the inside of the brain of an average middle-aged American. Check out the different playlists, and I appreciate you. And I will see you next time. Take care.